Hi everyone, and welcome to the WTD podcast. My name is Kyia Mochitani, and I'm your host for today's episode. Every episode, it'll be me right here. So for today's episode, we are talking all things Where's the Dough? And I really want to hone in and bring to light like the power and the significance of one singular conversation, and even just conversations in general. So I want to start off by telling you a quick story. This was over Christmas break when I was at school, and there was this man, this construction worker. I went to the beach after a workout class, and I was just walking, looking out at the distance, and this construction worker comes up to me, and we'll just call him Steve for the privacy of his name. Steve, he was, asking me like, oh, what's up? Like, what are you doing? And I was just like, I'm just at the beach, I'm just hanging out. And he said, and then I asked him, like, because originally this podcast was to be called What's the Dream? So I was just wondering, like, what his dream was. So I asked him, Steve, what's your dream? Like, what's your goal in life? Like, what do you really want? And he said, I really want to be an inspector. He's like, right now I'm working for the city, and bless my friend's heart because he gave me this job, and oh my gosh, I'm like making a lot of money and I'm so grateful. He goes, but I really want to be an inspector, which is like the next level up. And I was like, dude, Steve, what's stopping you? Like, what? And I was like, giving him some inspiration, and I could tell like, oh yeah, he's going to do something about it. He wants to like get that inspector license or whatever. And then he asked me like, what do you want? And I was like, it's been a dream of mine to start a podcast, and I've been working on it, and I've just been having this idea. And he's like, he totally believed in me. He's like, if anyone can do it, it's you. He's like, you're going to be the best out there. He said, keep going. Don't give up. And I was like, oh my gosh. Because for the longest time, like some of my family members or other people, when I would tell them about my idea, it wasn't like they didn't believe in me, but like they weren't sure. They were like, oh, but like, I don't know. You need a plan B kind of thing. And like, I got in my car and I just immediately just started crying. I was like, oh my God, Steve totally believes in me and he's a stranger. And I could have possibly helped him get his license, and he totally helped me really hone in and really believe in myself. And from that moment on, I've never forgotten that story. And I went home, told all my friends, started crying. It was like, it was unbelievable. Or another time where, this actually happened so recently, like a few days ago. I met this girl, we'll call her Janet. Janet for the privacy of her name. I met this girl at the gym, and she's like, I feel like I've seen you before. And we just, that was her way of starting a conversation. And I was like, I think we like saw each other in the sauna or something one day. And, all of a sudden we get to talking. She's 20 years old, I'm 19, and we have the same mindset. Like, we have these entrepreneur dreams, and she dropped out of college, and she is so driven. We think the same. And oh my God, that conversation, not only for her, but also for me, like completely changed my entire perspective. Like, it was awesome. I was like, I just launched a podcast on whatever, or like a few weeks ago. And oh guys, that conversation right there, like gave me so much hope, gave her so much hope, and like really, really like spoke something to us. And like, I don't think that conversation happened by accident. And I know it didn't, even with Steve, like it was just awesome. What I'm telling you is like, one singular conversation can change your life. One singular person or thing can really, really change everything for you. When you're having a conversation with a stranger, you don't know who they know. You don't know who they are really. You don't know like what opportunity is behind them. So like, what if we just start a conversation? What if if it's like, hey, how are you? Or, oh my God, your shoes are so cute on you. And then you guys just get to talking, and that one conversation literally changes your perspective on everything. Why wouldn't you? Why not try? Why don't we step outside of our comfort zone and just compliment other people as a way to start a conversation? Or ask people like, are you in college, or where did you go to college, or how many kids do you have, or whatever, because you never know who you'll meet, and you seriously never know like what can change. And I think there's a lot of power and a lot of I don't know, I just feel like there's a lot of like importance behind that. And I don't know if like, I don't really think this is talked about enough, because if you don't go out of your way to talk to someone, or if someone doesn't go out of their way to talk to you, then like you'll never know that person. You'll never know what that opportunity, where the opportunity is, or whatever. Another story is at work, I was seating two people because I'm a hostess, and I was seating two people, and one of them had a book, and I saw the word sales. So I go, sit them, I go, is that a good book? And the guy goes, yeah, he wrote it. And I look at the guy who wrote the book, I'm like, oh my gosh, that's awesome. And I was like, I'm totally into like entrepreneurship and like all that kind of stuff. Guys, that one conversation changed my life. Like, I swear. He was like, he's like, don't stop. Keep going. He's like, I wrote this book all about sales, and I'm learning so much, and I've grown so much. He's like, who do you listen to? And I just listed all these like entrepreneurs and whatever. He's like, oh my God. And I said, I'm going to Tony Robbins like 5-day challenge, and I'm like so excited to whatever, change my life. And it turns out he knows Tony Robbins. What? Guys, like, that's the power of a conversation. If I didn't say, is that book good, or didn't start a conversation with them, then I would never know. And I would never gain that knowledge or that motivation or anything. So, like, why don't we go out of our way to talk to people? Even if that's, hey, like, I like your shoes, or how are you today, when you're waiting in line with someone. Just spark conversation, because you never know what will come out of it. And I think this topic is so important, and it's not only changed my life, but it's probably changed other people's lives, and I'm seriously at a loss of words. So my challenge for you is today, literally today, I'm gonna hold you to it, is to talk to someone new, start a conversation, see if you'll gain anything from that conversation. And even if you don't, so what? You made someone feel good if you compliment them. You stepped outside of your comfort zone. Like, you'll gain something no matter what, right? So like, that's my challenge. Talk to someone new. If you're an introvert, even if it's one person in line, or the drive-through person, asking them how their day's going, or anything, not only does it spread love and kindness, but it also may give you opportunity, or may give you a different thought, or may give you a different perspective. And I think that's so important. So please, tell me about it if you do. I mean, you must. It's a challenge. Come on, don't not do the challenge. But yeah, and I'll tell you about it. And when I post this on this day, I'll do the challenge too, and I'll let you know how it goes. But yeah, thank you guys so much for listening. I'm so excited to see where this goes. You guys could be doing 100 different things right now, but you're right here listening to me, and for that, I'm seriously forever grateful. I love you guys so much. Have the best day ever. Mwah!